Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Tom Archie, and we're back with day 4 of 25. Again, I've still not got a bloody name for this, but I'm sure we'll come up with one halfway through or something like that. But today, we are going over Charlton's season so far. This will be the men's version. I'm going to do one for the women's, hopefully in a few days. That video will be coming out soon. But I just thought I'd go over how the season's gone so far. Now, I know we're not exactly halfway through, but we are almost, and I won't be available to do it when we get to like Boxing Day, because obviously it's Christmas time. So yeah. Obviously it's been a very interesting season, to say the least, so far this season. Teddy's back again, guys. So yeah, let's get into the video. Right, so first of all, let's go through the results so far this season, including all the cups, all the stuff like that. So obviously we started off with a 1-0 against Leyton Orient. Now, I'll put my hands up and say I did think this was the start of Holden going all the way up. But with us, I think a lot of others did as well. Obviously, it wasn't the most convincing win. However, we got the win. We got the job done. And that's what Holden was like doing throughout the season, if you like. Last season. And he was very positive. Then obviously after that bit of a shaking the tail, we lost to Newport County in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Now, obviously last year we went all the way to the quarterfinals with Manchester United, and I think some fans did expect us or want us to do a similar job, and obviously not expecting to go out to a League 2 side. All respect to Newport, obviously they are a very good side. They're obviously showing that in League 2 this season. Then went to our first away game of the season. Lost to Peterborough. Not great at all. Not amazing, I'll be honest. I didn't go, but I know Josh and a lot of others went, and they said it wasn't great. But fans started booing after this second game, which I still don't agree with. Booing our own players, unless they've obviously done a massive thing wrong, which I know a couple have so far this season. And then obviously we went on to back-to-back home games against Bristol Rovers and against Port Vale. Lost 2-1 against Bristol Rovers, lost 3-2 against Port Vale, which kind of got some fans thinking about Holden. Now, there was a topic on Twitter about whether he should go that early in the season, and it was whether he could win the next game. Now, a lot of Charlton fans did not expect anything of the sort to come after that. Now, Port Vale, that game, we literally gifted them the win. It was 2 mistakes at the back, one from Hector, I think it was, and the next one was a Simway. He tried to clear it and it kind of bobbled and he went over his foot. And they obviously countered and scored to win the game. Port Vale, Bristol Rovers, we just didn't really play that amazing, I'll be honest. Now, the next game, which I'm sure there's a lot of talking points with, is Oxford United, when we lost 2-1. Now, after that game came the news that Holden had been sacked. Now, not what we wanted, or any fans expected, actually, to be fair, because he was the first manager to be sacked in the Football League, if I'm not mistaken. And after 4 or 5 games, it's a bit crazy. I thought maybe he would have been given more time. I know Ben Garner didn't get a lot of time either. He got up until, I think it was October, middle of November sort of thing. Last time anyway. So, Charlton fans did expect it. Obviously, we went on the live stream and kind of shouted our views about it. Now, I said a thing of, we're not going to get anywhere if we're going to keep sacking managers after 6 months, which we there was a little trend of that happening. Now, if we go on to September, September was a bit of a better month, sort of thing. It was better than August, that's for sure. They beat Fleetwood in the game after Holden got sacked, and people were then calling for bloody Pearce to get the job after one game, which personally I don't agree with. He should be in the under-18s. He's doing amazing for them. He's killing it right now. So yeah. Then after that we lost to Crawley 4-3, another League Two side. Again, all respect to Crawley, but we should not be losing. Stevenage only just about grabbed a draw there. Corey Blackett-Taylor last minute penalty. Thank the Lord he could finish that game. Then we go on to Wycombe Wanderers 3-1. That was one of the games I missed because of train strikes. Unfortunately, it was the best game of the early season up until that point. Then it was 0-0 against bloody Shrewsbury. Now, a lot of fans wasn't very best pleased with that journey, if we're being honest, because it's a long journey up there and back for a 0-0 as well. Then after that, Exeter 4-1 at home. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable. That's the best performance I've seen this season, obviously, the games that I've been to. Then drew to Blackpool 2-2. My video, I was going a bit mental. Beat Aston Villa 4-2 in the trophy, which was a decent win. Then a game that I was not expecting to win so easily, Reading 4-0. That was a bit of a crazy game. And then straight back to reality, not even a week later. Literally about 3 or 4 days later, to Lincoln away. Now, again, I know that Tyler, Josh, Nick, I think everyone went apart from me. Said it was probably the worst performance of the season. Then we lost to Bolton at home, which I know a lot of fans said in my videos it wasn't the worst, but the games that I had seen, that was the worst performance as a team that I've seen at a game, obviously. Then we obviously beat Wigan 3-2, which was my first away game of the season, which was unbelievable, by the way. It's a long journey. That's where obviously the weather updates come from for me. It was freezing. It was one of the coldest games I've been to apart from Saturday. But that was obviously a bit of a step in the right direction, if you like. Then the embarrassment, drawing to Cray Valley Paper Mills. Again, no disrespect, but you're five divisions below. We should be beating that team with the team that we put out was very, very strong. Our bench was probably the strongest I've ever seen in my life. Then we obviously had the greatest, the best game of the year against Fratton Park. Drew 2-2. Could have even won that game. Was an unbelievable atmosphere. Always is there. And then finally showed a bit of character and experience and beat Cray Valley 6-1. Then beat Sutton 3-0. Drew to Carlisle 1-1. Beat Cheltenham 2-1, which probably shouldn't have been that hard, but it was. So all respect to Charlton there. And then the game that we all dreaded, Saturday against Gillingham, an absolute embarrassment. I would have put all other feelings into my video, but obviously I was sat at home and then I couldn't really do much. Now, if we're going on the season so far, it's pretty much slap bang as the same as last season. Now, it's not amazing, if we're being honest. However, one key thing has changed for us, and that is a goal threat. Alfie May is on 16 goals, which I think a lot of fans have seen. I think that's the first striker to get this much since Bradley Wright Phillips, and he might even, I think, be the top goal scorer like in the first half season ever for Charlton at some point. I'm not sure, but he might be. He's on 16 goals. Obviously, Corey's on 6, Lieburn's on 4. Obviously, Lieburn's out for 5 months down, which is horrible news. Kanu's on 3. Carlin's back from his loan. Tyrese on 2. Dobson's on 2. Chuks, Grandals, Fraser, and Beck and Tedic are all on 1. Now, it's safe to say that Alfie May has been an absolute game changer for us this season. If we're talking about assists, then Corey Blackett-Taylor and Tyrese Campbell both have 5 each, which, if we look at it, they have been probably our best wingers in the team at the moment. Obviously, we need to build on that in January, because now we have gaps in the squad that we don't need. Then we've got Karoy Anderson on 3, Chem on 2, Tenai on 2, Asimwe on 2, and then Lieburn, Anike, McGrandles, Fraser, Louis Watson, Ness, and Eden all on 1. Now, we've done very well in that area of the pitch. Like, we've been more positive going forward, that's for sure, since Appleton took over as well. I think some Charlton fans can kind of say that Appleton maybe was the right choice in the end. I know a lot of fans weren't excited or very optimistic, if you want to say, because obviously his Blackpool run wasn't amazing, but that was in the Championship. His League One record is not bad at all. Obviously we sit 10th, with I think two games in hand on most teams, but then obviously we've got the same amount of games as teams that we have to play. Obviously, we are 7 points from the playoffs, which, if you ask me, is not bad return at all. We can obviously do a lot better. Because if you look at our team on paper, it's one of the best teams in League One. There's no doubt about that. On paper, it is one of the best. And I know a lot of fans were speaking at the start of the season that we could go all the way. My video, I said 6th. A lot of people said top 5, top 4. Someone even put us top 2, which, as a Charlton fan, that never happens. But on Twitter, we did say it would be the most Charlton thing to finish mid-table, and right now we are mid-table. And it's not the greatest, but as we've been saying all season, we're second half FC. So the second half of this season, we are going all the way. We're going, well, not all the way. We'll finish playoffs, I think. Obviously, there's a lot of good teams in this league. A few surprises. Stevenage being one of them, they're 4th, but a fair play to them. They're a great side. Portsmouth back top of the league, but this league is just becoming unbelievable. And Charlton, there's a few things that we need to improve on. I think there's a main man up front that we need to improve on. Big time. I think I don't even need to say his name. However, there's a few areas we need to bring in January. Striker being one of them. Maybe wide players bring in another one, because Kirk will probably go. I've heard rumours that we are getting a fee for him, which is unbelievable. Corey will obviously have a number of clubs in for him, which as horrible as it'll say, I do expect him to go in January. I don't want him to, because he's one of our key players, but I do think he'll go. Dobson, I think, will stay till the end of the season, but I think we need a left back, because Teo's doing well, and obviously has Thomas is back up, but Thomas is not a left back if we're being honest. He'll, I think, go for a backup centre back in place of Hector or Jones if Jones gets injured or something, because he does better as centre back anyway. And Teo obviously has niggles anyway in his knee and a few injury issues anyway, so a left back to help him out would probably be helpful, because there's a lot of Saturday Tuesday games. Right back we're fine. We've got Tenai and Simway, but Simway does need a bit more support. I didn't agree with some fans booing him on Saturday. I know no one really played well at all, but he showed that he was trying, Like, he was trying to get the ball to go, but yeah, I don't agree with him. His booing. Midfield, it looks fine at the moment. Obviously Alfie's kind of come back into that midfield role as well, and like in that number 10, which he's killing it there. Which, Josh, I know you, if you are watching this, I think a lot of fans need to apologise to you, because a lot of people slated you for playing him as number 10, but he's absolutely killed in there. Dobson, McGrandles, Louis Watson, Terry Taylor whenever he comes back from injury, they're all there. Kamara, it's annoying because we all had the dreams of what he was like, and then injuries hit him. Chooks is back running apparently, so we'll see about that. He needs to just be an impact sub, I think. As much as he wants to start games, he is the player to come off the bench and score. We saw that in the lockdown season, but yeah, it's a bit of a nail in the coffin sort of thing, that there is still a lot to improve on. Obviously now with Liebern being out for 5 months, not ideal. Kanu coming back from a loan could potentially do well, but I know a lot of fans said, and I agree with, I don't agree with recalling a youngster from loan, because I know Kanu can do it in this league, but he needs a bit more experience, and he was killing it for Southend, smashing it. And if someone could do their job up front, then he wouldn't need to come back. But hopefully he does well. Mbik has obviously just signed a new contract. Hopefully he thrives now. But I don't want to throw him straight in the deep end. We saw at the start of the season, there was too many youngsters in the team. I don't want to put every single one in that team, because there's no point, because it'll be overloading. There'll be a lot of pressure on them. Fans will get on their back, and it'll just disrupt their development, which we don't need. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. It was kind of just a waffle video, but it needed to be done. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. There'll be a women's team review coming soon as well. Tomorrow's video will be, fingers crossed, another match day vlog. But yeah, see how that goes. Let's try and smash 10 likes in this video. That'll be unbelievable. And then again, I'm trying to get to 900 by Christmas. So by the time this series ends, that'll be unbelievable. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video for day 5. See you later, guys.